Hello, welcome back to GMT. More women are going into business than ever before, according to new research here in the UK. But entrepreneurs are still more likely to be men. We're going to speak now to two women who are hoping to level things. Fernanda Moura and Tatiana Mello both held corporate jobs in Silicon Valley when they decided to embark on a project called the Girls on the Road. It's taken them around 25 countries, showing women who are doing it for themselves, so others know that they can too. We're going to speak to Fernanda and Tatiana in a moment. But first, let's check out some advice that they've been getting from these female entrepreneurs.
Go for it. Start your business, do your thing. It doesn't even have to be even a business at first. Just play around.
Get your product out into the world. Don't hide it behind closed doors, because the sooner you get it out into the world, the sooner you'll get the feedback that you need in order to get to the next step.
I was frustrated by the status quo, and it turns out that a lot of people felt the same way as me.
You start to think that you're wrong, but sometimes maybe you're right.
We can doubt ourselves, but still do it anyway.
Back yourself, because nobody else is going to back you unless you do as well. And just prove them wrong.
You don't have to change you as a man-like figure. You can still be yourself and be a good entrepreneur.
If you're thinking about starting a business, it's an idea that's not going to go away until you actually try it.
I love so much of that advice. Great advice there from women who are their own bosses. Well, let's speak now to the founders of the Girls on the Road project, who are in Paris for us. Fernanda, Tatiana, thanks so much for joining us. Fernanda, can I start with you? That was some advice from the entrepreneurs, but was there a kind of common thread in terms of the challenges that women face starting up their own businesses?
Hi, Lucy. Thanks for having us. I think they always told us that it's very hard to be an entrepreneur in a male-dominated world. And of course, regarding like finance, they have a really hard time on trying to raise funds for their companies. And one thing that we like to say, many of them say that they have to try harder to explain why they want to be entrepreneur, much more than a man. A man, they only wanted to know like the business itself. And women, you have to justify you more because you want to be an entrepreneur.
What are the reasons that women give for pursuing entrepreneurship?
There's a variety of reasons, actually, we see. I mean, maternity is certainly a very strong one, but so many women, they want to start new paths in their professional lives. And also, they are looking for opportunities in the market. I think that there's a myth that say that a lot of women engage in entrepreneurship because they want a hobby. That's not the truth. They're actually actively looking for opportunities in the market to build their business and to become global in so many ways.
Yeah, there's so many of the challenges are the same for women as it would be for men. But Fernanda, I wonder if women, not just when it comes to finance, but in other ways too, feel that they constantly have to justify themselves. Is that a common thing that you hear around the world?
Yes. And of course, they say that usually when they're in front of a VC pitching their idea, the questions are not only about the business. It's like, what about when you have kids? What about when you get married? Some things that they don't even think about when they're talking to a guy. And women have to struggle more on the personal aspect, not only on the business, like, is this profitable, is this scalable, or is this a good investment opportunity? They go over and over like personal issues that they shouldn't go so as much as a man.
Tatiana, where is female entrepreneurship really thriving, and what is different in those countries?
Well, the good news is they're thriving all over the world, at least from the 16 countries that we've visited so far. Women entrepreneurs, they are becoming more and more active. Women are really, realizing that they have power to do it. They are absolutely capable of doing it. And as I said before, going after opportunities. I mean, for example, Cuba is as interesting as it may sound, is a country whose female entrepreneurship is booming, which was awesome to visit a country as Cuba with so many women entrepreneurs. But in Brazil as well, our own country, right now we have much more women opening businesses than men in Brazil. But we saw that at least in every single country that we visited so far.
What kind of businesses, though? Because I was interested to see from some of your research that in a country like Germany, it's difficult to find female entrepreneurs pursuing technology, for instance.
That's true. The digital gap is still, alive in most of the countries. And Germany, it was certainly a surprise for us as well. But, besides the service, the commerce areas, women are engaging in STEM as well. So we interviewed women entrepreneurs in the biotechnology, tech, fintechs, agricultural, construction, biotechnology, you name it. So we see more and more women engaging in areas that are still pretty much male dominated, but we are everywhere. That's a very important message to convey.
Yeah,
And also, Lucy,
as part of that message, Fernanda, that women are everywhere, is them becoming more visible so that other women have role models and can also ask for mentors so they can also pursue their dreams.
yes, we heard all the time that they think that we have to ask for help. When we don't know something, we should contact mentors, investors, and peers to talk about. And sometimes they say, oh, but sometimes I have no idea what to ask. And what we hear from mentors, that's when you should be asking questions. It's like, you have the idea, but get it out. It's not like, oh, I will keep to myself because otherwise someone will steal it and will build it. And it's all about execution, not only about the idea.
Fernanda, Tatiana, it's a great project and lovely to talk to you. Thanks so much for joining us. Good luck with the next leg in Paris.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.